Speaking to Canvey manager Brad Wellmen following today's 2-0 defeat against Horsham. Brad, not a great day at the office. What did you make of that?
I thought at times we passed the ball around well. I thought we started the game brightly. First 10-15 minutes, thought we was energetic, etc. But overall, the whole game, we weren't good enough. But I'll be brutally honest. Listen, I think Horsham are a great team, by the way. But I didn't think they were great today either. But they didn't have to be. You know, again, we've gifted them 2 goals. And that's the story of our season. You know, until we can go and pass the ball as much as we want, until players start taking responsibility and stop gifting goals away, we ain't going to win football games. And that's the frustration for me. But, you know, overall, I think it was a pretty bland game. I'm sure it wasn't very exciting for the supporters either. But, you know, like I said, there was glimpses from them. But I thought we had a perfect opportunity today, meeting them the week before their FA Cup game. They rested a few players and they didn't get out of second gear and they didn't need to. But you know, good luck to them. I wish them all the best.
We had a couple of chances early on. We started okay, like you said. Elliot Ronto had that chance cleared off the line, which was about as close as we went. Had that gone in, would it have been a much different game, do you think? Yeah,
I think it would have been. It could have been different. Do you know what I mean? Because I think then you sort of backs get up and you get sort of ahead of it. But I think that was our first and only shot of the game in the first minute. So it tells you what the other 94 minutes was like, and you ain't going to win a football game without shooting. I mean, we've got opportunities to shoot, but players want to take 4 or 5 touches and instead of 1 and pull the trigger, and yeah, you ain't going to win games with that. But if it goes in, 100%, it's a different. It could be a different game, but it didn't, and you know. But we should have still took the ascendancy from that to go and kick on, and we didn't.
They scored their second, and it did seem to knock whatever stuffing we had in us out of us. Do you think we were guilty of looking a bit defeated when that second went in?
Yeah, I think maybe we look defeated because we've given it away again through our mistakes. And we said at half-time, trust each other. If someone wants the ball, give it to them. I mean, he's in our goal box and I'm sitting in the dugout. I can hear Bob screaming for the ball. And you can't set the ball 5 yards for him to clear it. Instead, you lose the ball. They go and score. So, you know, the problem is that when you feel defeated like that, it needs 1 or 2 players to step up and grab the game by the balls, and we ain't got that. Our experienced players are not doing that. It's almost like we're a too nice team that when things are going our way, we're very good, and when we need to get down and dirty, we struggle. But you know, the boys kept going to the end. You know, listen, I'm not going to knock their effort, their commitment, and stuff like that. I just think at times it's that. Where's the purpose to go and win the game? When do you want that purpose? You know, I know that everything I do, football-wise, outside of football, I instill beliefs into my family. You know, go and do things to the best of your ability. Go and work as hard as you can, what's in your control, and be as good as you can. And I think at times we've got people that ain't doing that. And I just said, you know, we've got a solid squad of 16. We've had some good results. But I don't think there's enough players doing enough to keep their shirt. I could change the team by the flip of a coin, really, and that's disappointing, you know, because I know that if I'm going to go out and play, I'm going to keep my shirt, and someone's got to be a lot better than me to get my shirt. But we seem to just sort of be going through the motions a little bit at times, and it's a shame because Tuesday was brilliant. We've been brilliant, and it's that consistency we've got to get going.
We played the whole game today without an out-and-out striker, missing Bradley Satch, Finley Durrell, Chris Harris. Do you think that was always going to make today difficult? You mentioned our lack of chances.
Yeah, of course it is, but don't lose sight of the fact that our top goal scorer is playing today, Jackson Brown. And we pushed him further up the pitch, and we spoke about getting the ball in behind so Jackson can get in behind with his pace. We spoke about doing that for Kane because Kane's a little terror. First 10 minutes, we got in behind a lot, and it looked like it was going to be one of them days where we would be good at that. We played some great football. And then all of a sudden, we started dropping it on the 6'4" centre half's head, who's going up against Kane, who's 5'3" on tiptoes. Do you know what I mean? Ain't happening. Stick to your game plan. You know, don't change it. But we don't. We need to stick to our game plans, and that was it. Because I think if we kept turning them, they were in for a tough time. You know, and also like I said to Kane and to Jackson up front, you know, if people ain't playing you the ball where we spoke about into the right areas. You've got to get at them. even though you're young, you've got to get at them. And I think that when you watch Horsham play, they've got a defined way of playing, and they kind of try and build it up in the back, which I thought we stopped. And I know, like, the crowd get impatient and say, go and press them, but we're stopping them playing. But once they beat that press, they just slide that ball down the line, and they've got pace in Daniel, I can't say his last name, so I'm not going to try, but Daniel up front and Chris Dixon, and they just run off our centre halves and cause us problems. And we had that ability to do that, but we don't. It's for some reason our decision making needs to be better, but we'll get there. We'll just keep working. But you know, it shows that we miss Chris and Brad up front. It shows that we miss the physicality and the battle. So yeah, I look forward to having them back. But you know, they were away. Before I signed both of them, I knew they were gone, and it was just a freak accident to Finn, which knocked us back, and he's going to be out for probably a while now with concussion. But you know, Chris is back Tuesday, so we'll be ready to go, and hopefully we can pick up. Because at the end of the day, the league's more important than the trophy. You know what I mean? But we'll be ready to go Tuesday.
We can focus now, especially on Saturdays, focus on the league. How important is it to get a consistent run going? We've got Cheshunt away on Tuesday night. Though we've not made a brilliant start to the season, away from home we've done okay. What do you make of that one?
Yeah, listen, I think when you look at the league itself, the table, you look at where certain teams are sitting. We're sitting middle of the table, 13th. It's not been an ideal start. We know where we could have changed some points, but we've been good at times, and we're not going to sit there and go, right, we're content, because you know, when you look at the table, we're not far off getting into that top group, but it's got to be consistency, and once you get in there, we'll do it. But we've got a good run of games coming up that we could put a run together and really sort of solidify ourselves and put us into that top half and give us a chance to kick on from there. But we've got to be ready to go. We'll take it one game at a time. We'll be ready to go Tuesday, and then back at home, maybe that's the time. I know we got the monkey off our back on Tuesday, but maybe we can kick on again at home, you know, because at the end of the day, like the game today, Horsham, it's not going to define our season. They're a good team. It's a difficult tie when it come out. I'm not sure there's too many people who was expecting us to go and win the game, but I think just the way it panned out, that's what's disappointing. But we'll be ready to go Tuesday, and we'll be ready to sort of kick on for the next month or so.
Awesome. Thank you, Brad.
Cheers, pal.